The MMA Guru has been in a ton of hot water for a couple of old clips that have resurfaced, and specifically, I'm almost sure that this is the one that kind of started it all. This post has millions of views. MMA Joey had this to say. MMA Guru is so disgusted with Islam being the welterweight champ, he proceeds to taunt Muslims about women and children being in, I don't know if we can say that it's the beginning of the video, but you can read it for yourself. I knew the MMA Guru was the Dylan Dennis of MMA YouTube, but I thought he was playing a character. That and those two quotes, they're despicable. Just goes to show that you can capitalize on the MMA fan base by being all of those words. I apologize that I'm not reading this for you. I know we have to be very careful, especially at the beginning of the video, but this is the type of thing that we're going to be talking about today. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. So let's hear this clip from the MMA Guru over here. It's important to note, YouTube, I'm very grateful to be on this platform. If we hear anything bad, there's been a few clips that have been going around, okay? I don't know exactly which clip this one is. We'll do our best.
Don't let him finish it, Jack.
Okay, so this is the actual...
Victory.
I think that I've seen this clip. I think I have. We talked about it in an Explore recap video.
Send in the nukes, dude, right at that cliff where they're fucking
Oh,
their
yeah.
cousins year after year, the ugly inbred cunts.
Ooh, I hope we don't get demonetized for that one there.
Let's go, Jack. Get back up.
I'm almost sure
I
I've
know it's
seen
just their
that.
culture, but hey, this is really fun. Round 5's coming up. Come on, Jack.
So I believe
Let's
this
get
is just
that
the
mew on
reaction,
again.
right?
Let's mew. We're mewing in this 5th round.
I think this is going to be the same clip in its entirety. Okay, so because something else that has been going around is an old clip from the MMA Guru making fun of Cheeto's daughter. MMA Guru gets asked to do impressions all the time, and from my experience viewing his content, and I'm not saying that this is what happened, he oftentimes gets super chats saying, like, talk about this and make fun of Cheeto Vera's daughter. And if you're not familiar with Cheeto Vera's daughter, there's some type of disability there. I haven't really followed up on that. I just know that Marlon has a daughter with something that he has to take care of. Every single time that I've seen MMA Guru talk about it, because I tune into his streams here and there, and usually he says, no, I'm not talking about Cheeto's daughter. There's a clip that's going around of him, and MMA Guru said, supposedly the old clips going around is from like 2018, 2019. People can grow, people change. Has he changed much? I wouldn't really say that. And if you want my 2 cents on the entire situation, I'll give it to you in just a moment. But there's more to this entire story over here, okay? The MMA Guru ended up saying this after all of the drama ended up coming about. I was fine with you on here acting like I was a murderer because I called someone, and told some guy spamming in my live chat to cry at the border, but now you're targeting Demetrious Johnson. I'll drop the news early. The Mighty Guru show is over. DJ stood his base, video dropping soon. I get it. A lot of victims on here crying about the donation from 2019 and words on a live stream. But the how does DJ collaborate with this guy stuff has to stop. We spoke right after the podcast dropped about it. I messaged him the other day saying that I'm good to back down. So the Mighty Guru show is over. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I might as well give my 2 cents on this because there's a couple more posts that I wanted to take a look at. I'm somebody who likes the Dagestani fighters. I've never really understood people getting upset just because somebody about the way they are. And I know that's like the politically correct thing to say, and I know that's something that you have to say on YouTube, but I really do mean it. I look at all the fighters as individuals. There's fighters that I hate. There's fighters that I like. And none of that has anything to do with their religion. I don't get it. Unfortunately, it seems like the MMA Guru actually, well, I mean, he's made it pretty clear that he does not like particular people because of the way they are. And I know recently he's been hiding behind like, oh my God, they've all been DMing me, this type of thing. I'm sure the DMs happen, but you also kind of have to take responsibility for the stuff that you've been saying. I don't particularly like it when he starts talking about those stuff, but he is a very good analyst. I love his full card breakdowns. He has really good impressions. So it's just unfortunately in bad taste. Do I think it's wrong to bring up a donation clip from 2019, spread it around and make it seem like he's the worst person in the world? Yes. But the thing is, I don't really think he's changed. The problem is the Cheeto Vera's daughter thing. Especially now, all you hear about him is going, guys, stop talking about Cheeto's daughter. I'm not going to talk about Cheeto's daughter. But to also go to Demetrious Johnson and go, I don't understand how Mighty Mouse collaborates with this. So Mighty Mouse, does this mean that you hate Dagestani people as well? I think that people are going a little bit too overboard with it. I understand why a lot of people hate the MMA Guru. I don't understand why people are hating Mighty Mouse for this. It's a little bit of a difficult situation. I don't like that it does seem like the MMA Guru is hiding behind the, oh my God, I'm just getting so many DMs and this is why I hate this group of people. If anything, it's a small handful, or not even a small handful of the population, less than 1% of the population that would be DMing you. But let's continue on, okay? The MMA Joey had this to say about it. So you're telling me that Minnie Mouse and the Islamophobe got canceled because of their horrible views and people are blaming me? Maybe nobody wanted to watch a fighter fake laughing for desperate for acceptance into the community so badly that he clout chased a Muslim-hating, xenophobic racist. Never tried to cancel Guru. I just got called out some disgusting behavior because he represents such a decent-sized portion of the MMA community. I wouldn't say that the majority of MMA fans are racist, Islamophobic, whatever the phobic you want to put there. I think that's dishonest to say about the vast majority of people. Again, I'm somebody who watches the MMA Guru. I don't like that he says those types of things sometimes. I wasn't interested in his Islam reaction because I kind of knew how that was going to go. I wasn't interested in it. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to just hear him spout that stuff. That's not for me. But it does seem like MMA Joey did begin this entire thing. You know what my favorite thing is too? MMA Joey spent so many years like pretending that he doesn't watch the MMA Guru because I tune into Joey every once in a while as well. It's just, sometimes he can be a little dishonest. I wonder if Minnie Mouse can get his brother to replace Guru. He can just shout about slurs the entire podcast and still retain the same audience he already has. Sounds like a perfect fit. And that kind of closed up the MMA Joey and MMA Guru, I guess you could say, drama with that. We're going to take a look at what the internet had to say about this entire thing as well. And I know that the MMA Guru is planning on dropping a video discussing the situation. I have not watched that. I'm not familiar about it, so we're not going to be talking about that. But we are going to get into what the internet thinks about this. I ended up posting this over on X over here. Going to make a video on the situation. If you have any thoughts, drop them below and I will include some replies. Thank you for your time, guys. I want to make more community-based videos over here. So if you are interested in having your voice out there, I'd love to hear from you guys. Check out the description down below. Linktree will take you to X. Follow me on X at Clen YouTube. You can find the direct link also within the description to the video, guys. Typically what we do on other channels, we take replies from big pages like MMA Joey. This is something that hit the Explore page. We take replies from there and a bunch of news posts to kind of encapsulate how people feel about this. And I would love to hear from you guys. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, hit like, subscribe. I'd love to have you over there, guys. Let's get into what some people had to say about this. MC had this to say. Demetrious Johnson will pretend like all of this is flown over his 5'3" head because the 500k views a month means more to him and his desperate quest for relevancy. It really did seem like they had a good chemistry. It seemed like he legitimately liked the MMA Guru. And yeah, the great views are definitely coming from the side of MMA Guru, but it seemed like he looked at him, beyond that. Get this fat, insignificant blank off your platform, YouTube, or stop his monetization already. Openly dropping slurs, pretending this to be normal or analysis like anyone asked him to pay for his opinions. He doesn't deserve a platform, a paycheck, or an audience. Dude, I'm actually really surprised, and I'm not calling for anything. I am shocked that the MMA Guru still has his channel, or at the very least still has his monetization. Because we know how YouTube can be, and he's a very big channel that gets a lot of views and a lot of super chats. I can't believe that there's been no action taken against him. I'm not calling for anything. I'm just very surprised by that. And it's going to suck, man, because according to him, he's got nothing else going on. He better hope that he made enough money because I believe that ban is coming. Wrestling Thread said, finally, MMA Joey versus MMA Guru. I've been waiting for this, guys. Hey, we reacted to somebody making an AI video of those two going at it. So if you want to check that out, go see it on the channel. Makachev TKO'd your podcast. Oof. Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. And I might as well talk about this too. I will never understand getting irrationally angry at somebody for performing like Islam Makhachev. He fought a boxer. What do you do to the boxer? You take the boxer down, you keep him on the ground. Do I have an issue with, the pitter-patter strikes being enough to be kept on the ground? Yes, but that is a UFC issue, not a Makhachev issue. I don't get that, man. Let's continue on to Ian. He was telling his audience to stop making the jokes. I understand DJ being in an awkward position, though. There'll still be boys behind the scenes, hopefully. I would imagine so. Yeah, I've only ever seen him tell his audience to not make the jokes. But the problem is he also kind of laughs at them. While this hurts to hear as a fan of him, I love dark humor, but this is just bad taste. Lost respect from here. Yeah, I agree with that. One thing's dark humor, but he's just flat. He's just blatantly being hateful towards a group of people. And he does that pretty often, man. Guy never leaves his house. This is why he talks the way he does. Worst kind of person. Yeah, I mean, I don't look at him as the most evil person under the sun if I have a problem. It was this simple for me, guys. I love his breakdown videos. I watch his breakdown videos, and I watch videos I'm interested in. I'm not interested in his reaction to someone like Islam Makhachev because I could see how that was going to go. So, I don't look at him as like the most evil person under the sun, but I understand, man. AJ had this to say: I've been watching fights for a long time, and no matter if the person I'm rooting for is winning or losing, these sort of thoughts never cross my mind regarding race, religion, etc. Those are gladiators stepping in there for our entertainment. These comments are outrageous. Yeah, that's how I look at it too. I like individuals. It's that simple. I like watching some people fight. I like watching some people. I don't like watching some people fight. I kind of agree with this one. That never really crosses my mind. Sorry about the jump cut there, guys. The next post had this to say: this is the face of a man desperately envious of Guru. You just know that he is too, man. He has spent so much time always talking about like, yeah, I actually don't watch MMA YouTube. Yeah, I actually don't know who the MMA Guru is. You guys think that I sit down and I follow the MMA Guru, but I just don't. We all know it's just cap, man. But guys, we do have more replies to take a look at. If you guys happen to enjoy my content, want to listen to me yap about something other than MMA, we do have multiple channels that we upload commentaries on every day just like this. If you're interested, I want to be your background guy. If you happen to be like me, my channel, my commentary, check out the link tree at the top of the description or the direct links to all of my other channels down below. We are going to be big in multiple niches of YouTube. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Let's continue on with the video. Lashed had this to say: Guru's popularity to me is so unbelievably cringe. He's such a loser, always crying and pissing himself watching fights just because he can talk crap behind a screen. MMA fans like to glaze him and call him funny. Well, like, we have to be honest here. Like, he can be funny. There's just a line for things. That's all, man. Let's continue on over to the next post over here. Seems like another Icarus. Your content isn't the same quality as in previous years. I thought you had some hilarious banter in the last installment of the Mighty Guru Show. Minor complaints: you focus primarily on super chats in your streams. You've literally mentioned how you're going to go on the Ariel show now after claiming you'll never do that. I'm surprised you didn't try. I'm just playing a character. Old Guru is better than current Guru. Old Guru would kick new Guru's ass too. I still think some of your stuff is funny, witty, and of good quality. On top of that, you don't have the same level of protections as others. For example, UK being a very scary place with their censorship right now. So kudos for saying half the stuff you do. And again, dude, that's what I was saying, that I can't believe that he still has a platform, because it's in comparison how Canada is right now. Not that I want to, again, and I would not be saying the same things as the MMA Guru, but I'd be kicked off of this platform so fast, and Canada and the UK are just like that in this sense. That's why I had to be so careful at the beginning of this video. I was like, okay, we gotta be real careful with this thing over here. But yeah, I got into the MMA Guru a long time ago, and yeah, I guess he has changed a little bit, but I still think he puts out some good high-quality stuff, man. It just depends on the particular topic he's discussing. Someone else said, except Guru never harassed Cheeto's daughter. That was his chat, and he told them multiple times to stop and refused to do their stupid impression requests. I didn't see this clip, you know, and what am I supposed to say? It's not okay to say. Like, you have to be careful with these situations. Someone else said, nothing funny about this clown, yet YouTube and other platforms pushes garbage. Basement version of Dylan Dennis. And it's, oh yeah, social media's made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people, not getting punched in the face for it. That is definitely one of the cases. Look at what Dylan Dennis said, what happened to him at the event, man. That video of Dylan Dennis getting beat up was so funny, man. And someone else said, yet people like Mighty Mouse will go train with Team Habib and still associate himself with this, you know. I wonder if he actually ran into any issues because of that, because you know how, like, Habib and their team, they've got to be aware of the MMA Guru, and, you know, they're pretty quick to, you know, find some particular people. I wonder if Mighty Mouse ever ran into some issues with Habib, because I didn't even know he was training with Team Habib, man. Let's continue on over to John. He is also extremely accurate with MMA picks and has tons of fights that he can say that he predicted. Like I said, my favorite thing from the MMA Guru is the full card breakdowns, breaking down fights. I love that from his content. It's just, he's running into some trouble over here, and I'd love to know what you guys think about this. If you want to hear some more drama within the MMA community, then why don't you check out this video on screen? I'd love to have you over there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care, guys.